This is David B69. Welcome to today's video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Let's get on to the show. Hey everybody, this is David B69 and welcome to day number 2 of our Sega Genesis Collection. As I said in the previous video, we have approximately 200 Sega Genesis games. Of those 200 that we have, we're basically just counting out 47, 48 games from the collection to show to you the box art and what game and everything it is. There's no video content, there's no extra stuff that we're throwing in there. Mainly because if I did that for a couple hundred videos, we're talking, I mean, it would take basically a week and everything, the extra work and all the other stuff and everything that it would involve to splice and dice and make a content-worthy video. I just wanted to make a content-worthy video just to show you the bare bones, so you get the screenshots of what the game is and from the back of the games and the front of the front cases of the games. So, because these are completes, so it is really cool in that way. Not everybody collects completes. A lot of people who like collecting Genesis does like to collect completes because they are mostly plastic cases. What happens when they're not plastic cases? That's going to be the case of game 1 and everything, and I'm going to show you why people like the plastic a little bit more than your cardboard variants. The first game we got is Wayne Gretzky and the NHL All-Stars. You can see how beat up this box is. This box has seen way better days. But it is our first game of our collection for day 2, and it's Wayne Gretzky and the NHL PA All-Stars. Next game, it's like an arcade type game, Hit the Ice. Basically it takes after NBA Jam. And it was like a really fun game in the arcade. It's kind of like spliced down for your enjoyment in the Genesis, but it's still fun. Here is NHL Hockey. I think it's 95, sorry. So yeah, it was really cool when Sega started getting involved in basketball and hockey, and it was always fun. And we have a lot of games that were based around that 95 era. Here's Brett Hall Hockey 95. Mainly because the Players Association really just wanted to get their people's name out there. And it was a really good idea, and a lot of people knew who the players were based on playing these games. Here's Mario Lemieux Hockey. Because I guarantee there's more people that know players' names based on these games than any other way. Here is NHL Hockey. What's always fun is you get somebody that has played any kind of hockey game and they play NHL hockey or this game, NHL PA hockey. Man, it's a totally different world to them because there's no one-timers on these versions. It's just the way they were back then. They just didn't occur. The NHL 94 standard of controls was invented until NHL 94. That's why the standard is called NHL 94 standard. So here it is, NHL 94. And it's absolutely a tremendous game. If you want to look at details on the box arts and stuff, please just pause the video. And you can take a look at it. Here is NHL 95. Also, if you want to see gameplay of some of these games throughout all of my content, and where I'm showing like all these games off, please leave a comment below on those videos, and I'll go back and I'll actually try to play some gameplay just to show some gameplay off, if that's what you'd prefer. If you want to see something like that, I don't mind like going out and playing these games because they're fun to play. Here is NHL 97. Generally, a lot of the times, though, I just will pick up and just play on my own and won't go through too much effort. Here's NHL 98. Because games are generally what they are. They're basically there for fun and entertainment, and I don't go too deep into it. Here's NCAA Final Four. Here is Jam It. Unfortunately, I do not have the free CD. Yeah, that's kind of one of those bummers. I wish I had it, but I don't. Here's the Sega Classic of Pat Riley's Basketball. It's another one that I am looking for the original case for. Because it really wouldn't matter, because the game itself doesn't have, that is what's called, and the manual doesn't either. So it's like, if I can get the box art that has the original box art, that's kind of like one of the things I'd really want. Here's Barkley, Shut Up and Jam. Man, this is a horrible game. Love you, Charles, but it was a horrible game. Here's Coach K, College Basketball. Yeah, the basketball games from EA Sports, from my opinion, are not really extremely great. Here's NBA Action 94. I actually enjoyed the NBA Action games a little bit more from Sega. But that's just my opinion. It's my little 2 cents. Here's NHL Action 95. Here's ESPN National Hockey Night. Here's Tecmo Super Hockey. And here's Mutant League Hockey. Absolutely spectacular game. Love the Mutant League series. Next up, we have, here's NBA Hang Time. This is basically the next version of NBA Jam. Here is NBA All-Star Challenge. Here is Jordan versus Bird. Here's Arch Rivals, and if you can see it, like, I have a lot of these games like basically together as pretty much arcade versions of sport games. Try to separate based on simulation versus arcade. Here's College Slam, which is basically NBA Jam college teams. Here is NBA Jam. Boom shakalaka. Then He's on Fire. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. That's so much fun, those games. Here is Double Dribble Playoff Edition. It's actually really cool because everybody loved the original Double Dribble on the NES. And then they made this Playoff Edition. It was kind of fun. Very arcadey, but fun game. Here is Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. A lot of love for the Tecmo series of sport games. There's David Robinson Supreme Court. Road Rash. Road Rash 2. Here is IndyCar. Michael Andretti Racing. He was right. Oh, it's Mario Andretti Racing. Sorry. Mario Andretti. It's a Mario on Genesis. Here's Hard Driving. The Duel. I love Test Drive The Duel. It was a lot of fun. I remember playing it a lot on the Commodore 64. Here is Jennifer Capriati Tennis. Which is the coolest thing here is I still have, and it's like I wound up selling the old one back in the day. I still had the original poster work that I actually had outside of the box and outside of my collection. So when I re-picked this up, I was able to put the poster with the game. So this is like Extreme Complete with poster. And yeah, it's really cool. So, and it's like, this is probably like my favorite tennis game of the 16-bit era. It's kind of weird to say that, but Jennifer Capriati Tennis, in my opinion, was my favorite. Next up, we got USA Basketball. Like I said, not the greatest basketball game in the world, but it's like really cool to have the dream team in a basketball game. Then we got Lakers versus the Celtics in the NBA playoffs. We got Bulls versus Lakers in the NBA playoffs. Bulls versus Blazers in the NBA playoffs. Like all these only had the playoff teams in them, so it was kind of like meh. And then the first complete one from EA Sports was NBA Showdown 94. And we got NBA Live 95. And we got NBA Live 96. NBA Live 97. And finally, we have NBA Live 98. Not an easy game to find, by the way. But great to have in my collection. So, my favorite of all these games, I gotta go with NHL 95. It's like 93 was actually the first game that I purchased. I purchased that and Madden at the same time, but I always associate Madden with my like all-time like first game I ever played. But NHL 95, the number of seasons that I played that game over and over and over again, it was immense, and I really just absolutely love that game. So I have to give it up to that. So what's your favorite of this box? Well, not box, but you know, series of games on the Sega Genesis? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.